Hi, fourth graders. For math today, we're going to continue multiplying fractions by whole numbers. Okay, so remember that when we're multiplying a fraction by a whole number, all we're really doing is taking the fractional part, so like in this example, 7/10, and multiplying or making copies. And then we're making the amount of copies that we're multiplying by the whole number. Okay, so in this example here, we're doing 5 times 7/10. Really, all that we're doing is taking this model right here, 7/10, and we're multiplying it by 5. We're duplicating it 5 times. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So I have 5 of those 7/10. If I were to count up each of these little blue blocks, it would tell me how many tenths I have when I multiply 5 times 7/10. Okay. Now, another way of solving this, besides counting up all of these blocks, is that we can take this whole number here, and we can turn it into a fraction that has the same value. So remember, any fraction where the number is the numerator and denominator are the same, like for example, 1 over 1, 2 over 2, 3 over 3, all of those are equal to one whole, right? Because if we have one circle and it's completely filled in, it's one part full out of one total part, okay? So if we did something like 5 over 1, really what we're doing is we have 5 circles, and each of them are completely filled in, giving us 5 wholes, okay? So the way that we're going to do this is we're going to take our whole number, 5, and we're going to turn it into a fraction by putting it over 1. So 5 over 1 is actually equal to 5. It's 5 wholes. And we're multiplying that by our 7/10 here. I use green. Okay. Now, to find the answer, we need to multiply straight across. I'm going to go down here. I have my 5 over 1 times 7 over 10. And I already know just off of my head, but you can use a multiplication chart, that 5 times 7 is 35. And denominator, 1 times 10 is 10. So notice how the denominator stayed the same. When you're multiplying fractions by one whole number, your denominator should stay the same, okay? So that tells me that really here, we do have 35 of these little blue tenths. If you were to count up each of these, you would see that it comes out to be 35, okay? All right, so you're going to do something very similar here. You're going to multiply 3 times 4/10. You have 4/10 right here, and technically what you're going to do is multiply it 3 times, come up with 3 copies, okay? And you know that if you were to count up all of these blue squares, these blue bits, it would tell you the answer to 3 times 4/10. The other way of doing it is by taking 3 and turning it into a fraction that has the same value as 3 wholes. So you're going to put 3 over 1, so add a denominator of 1, and that's how you rewrite the whole number as a fraction. And then you're going to multiply straight across right here to get your answer. Once you're done with that, you are going to go back onto Google Classroom, and there is, oopsie, I want to go to the beginning of this. So maybe I just refresh it. There is a fraction game that you can play, and when you get to the end, there's a leaderboard just like there was on the science activity from the week before. So get to the end, add your name to the leaderboard. I do want you to know that with the leaderboard, your teachers can see exactly who types what. So make sure the names that you're putting in that document, you should only be typing your name and your real name in that document. No one else's name, not anything silly, because we can't see who is writing what. So please be respectful and make good choices. With this game here, once you open it up, you hit go. And you can go ahead and solve the math problems until you get to the end. So for example, it says select the mixed number. Which one of these is a mixed number? Select it, and you move on to the next question. There's only 5 questions. And then you'll get to the leaderboard at the end. Okay, so have a wonderful weekend. Good job finishing all of your tasks. If you haven't practiced on ST Math, make sure that you get your 10 minutes in today. That's about it.